The 2019-2020 academic school year is going to go down as probably one of the most chaotic years ever recorded. Probably out of all of the area schools affected, no school was probably more affected than Beaumont United. When you take into account with the loss of a beloved coach and a beloved teacher in Ed Taylor, and then you fast forward a little bit to Hurricane Imelda, left the school with half a school, sending a freshman to a whole different campus. Then you fast forward even more with the loss of several students throughout the year, and then now you have the coronavirus. And so I wanted to talk to three people affected by it the most. Start with Miss Kynnedi Jackson, who is the student body president, and in my opinion, probably going to be the first female president if we don't have one by the time she's able to run. So, a girl with a very bright future. I wanted to talk with her first, and then we have Markis Fontenot. He's not only is he a football player that was affected by Hurricane Imelda, but he's also a baseball player that just committed to go to Wiley College. And now the rest of their season is in limbo. So they don't know if they're going to even have a season to finish. And then the last person that we're talking to, we have J.K. Wilson, a Willie Ray Smith finalist, defensive lineman for Beaumont United, and of course like Markis, he was also affected by the hurricane. And greatly impacted by the loss of Mr. Taylor, Coach Taylor. So I wanted to talk to these guys, and I kind of want to let you guys see their side, because if you watch the news, you're only getting one side, and I kind of wanted to get these guys' side out. So with no further ado, I'm Josh Lamb, and this is my show. Your senior year is probably one of the most fun, probably most complicated years of your academic career by itself alone. Dealing with invitations, dealing with trying to get everything together for colleges, all that. But then again, it's also the last time you'll see a lot of people for a long time. So it's one of those years that you kind of hold on to. And with it itself being a complicated year, then on top of that you have the storm. On top of that, now you guys are out again because of the coronavirus. Can you speak on the impact that it had on your senior year this year with all the days that you guys are missing?
On my senior year, personally, well, all of us, we went in, thinking that 2020 is going to be our year. And it is. However, we've been through a lot. It's not just this year. It started way back with Harvey, which forced the merger and everything. And everybody had second guesses about that and all. So then we merged. Everything seemed to be going pretty smooth or whatever. Then at random times, we had 3 classmates that we lost. So that was hard. Then we had Coach Taylor, who is very dear to us all. He was more than just a coach to several of us. He was like a father figure. So losing him was just like, okay, we're going to go into this year. Nothing else can happen bad. Then we got to the school year, maybe a month in, and like you said, Imelda hit. So we were out and running for homecoming queen. That was like it was just, it was crazy because we were out. It was during that time. But we came back. We were strong. It was cool. We were back. We were running strong. Looking forward to May 27th. Then Corona came. We're out again, but we're a strong class and we're going to get through it all. Our principal probably said it the best, Ms. Hendricks. She said, "This has been a journey like no other. The class of 2020 has experienced and learned so many lessons outside of the walls of the schoolhouse. Please lift them up in prayer and shower them with love. They are truly beyond awesome." So I truly agree with Ms. Hendricks, and 2020, we're strong, so we got this.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to kind of rewind back a little bit, I kind of did want to give you another round of applause and congratulate you one more time on homecoming
Thank
queen.
you.
So
Thank
that just goes to show you the roller coaster that you've been on this whole entire school year.
Yes.
You're up high because of you win homecoming queen, and then here you are again. Your last full semester of school, and you're out. Hopefully until April 3rd, but we never know because no one knows what's really going on. And
Right.
um and um and along those lines, I see that they announced Tuesday that you guys are going to be shutting down until April 3rd, hopefully until April 3rd. Um, uh, how does it feel knowing that your last semester, like I say, the last chance you got to talk to some people that, like I say, you probably never talk to again for a few years. How does it know that that time that you have with those guys is more than likely shortened now?
Honestly, it's scary. It's sad. I mean, but through it all, we have to persevere because after this, a lot of us we're going to college. So we're going from high school to college, and some of us are going straight from high school to the real world. So we have to take this time as to learn to grow as young adults. We can't just dwell on that. Although it's sad and none of us really wanted to experience this, this is something that we just have to take to grow, to work on ourselves.
I 100% agree with you, and it's one of those things. I can't, and it's one of those things because you guys are going through it. And I'm not a high school senior, so I can't speak to how that feels. Um, so I will congratulate. I mean, I will kind of recognize you for how well you're handling it, because I know when I was in high school, my last semester, I was going crazy. So I'll probably be pulling hair out right now. I'll probably be
Yeah.
bouncing off the walls. But the way you guys seem to be handling, it is something to be recognized. And and let's say for a second you're Dr. Allen, you're the person in charge, because and you have all these decisions to be made. Um, given given that you're now the superintendent of BISD, how would you have handled this situation? Is there anything that you would have done differently?
I most definitely probably would have handled it the same way. I believe Dr. Allen did all she could to prevent the cancellation of
Absolutely,
schools and
absolutely.
everything. I completely agree that in BISD, even though every moment matters, the best interest and the safety of the students are the number one priority.
I
So I
will,
believe
yeah.
she handled it great.
I 100% agree with you. It's one of those things. It could be no one gets it and everybody 100% safe. But if you get one person because you decided that you wanted to start school back, and you get one person with it, now you have 1,001 questions you have to answer. So I 100% agree with hey, let's stick it out for a little bit longer.
Right, especially with it. Well, now that we have a confirmed
Yep.
case in Beaumont, so
Yep.
this is,
Yeah,
it's
and
closer.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the last thing I have for you is I kind of got to put you on the spot one more time,
Okay.
and just get you to address your class, and just tell them what you're thinking.
Okay, so with this one, I don't want to just address BU seniors. I want to address like globally and worldwide Westbrook because I have friends from other organizations and they have the same thing going on in class of 2020. So basically, I love Tupac. I have to say this, but through every dark night, there's a brighter day. So like I said before, we're a strong class. We're gonna make it through. There are setbacks, but like I said, we got this. We're going to thrive. Adversity builds character and brings about wisdom, and pressure makes diamonds. So that's all I really have to say. Keep
Absolutely.
pushing, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, man, and again, I wanna thank you for joining me again, and congratulations on everything, man. Because,
Thank you.
cause being a high school senior before, I know it like that year is tough, and you have just regular stresses, and I know, cause I think it was my junior year we had a hurricane and we was out, and it was one of those things. It was my sophomore year, and I took it as a vacation because I was a sophomore. I didn't care. I'll
Yeah.
see y'all next year, and I got another year after that. But being a senior, it never really dawned on me how it affected those seniors because like I say, these are friends you because some of my closest friends are friends that I made in high school. So
Yeah.
so and then some people have to go away. It's inevitable. It's one of those things you wish you can hold on to these people forever and say, hey, let's all go to the same school. Hey, let's all major in the same thing and just take the same classes. And it's one of those things you wish you can do, you just can't. Like I said, I just want to shout you out for just the way that you guys are handling it, and and hopefully when you guys get back to school, and when they do let you go back, just make sure you every single day you just take advantage of it
Right.
because you know it's gonna be April, and if they still decide to graduate y'all in June, you got 2 months, so
Yeah.
just take advantage of the time you have with your friends and just cherish them because once you walk across that stage, all those emotions are gonna hit you at once.
Yeah.
So like I say, congratulations on everything this year, and congratulations on homecoming queen. Congratulations on everything, and
Thank
um.
you.
And I was told you chose your college, but we're gonna let all this get by, let Corona take its course, and then hopefully later on we can do it face to face, and you can kind of let the world know where you decided to go to school.
Yes, sir.
All righty, well thank you for joining me.
Okay. I'm having a reveal party.
Oh, go ahead.
And so, yes, it's going to reveal my college and everything. I don't know when it is, but I'll send it to
Mm.
you. You're invited
All
as a
right, I'll
public
be there.
invitation.
I'll be there. I will be
All
there.
right.
All righty,
Okay.
thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Senior year itself is probably the most fun slash complicated years of your 13 years of schooling itself. Um, but to kind of go through the things that you guys went through, starting with the hurricane, and then among other things, and now here we are with you out of school again because of the coronavirus. Um, let's kind of rewind back. Let's go back to the hurricane and can you speak to with this being your last year and and you being a football player, could you speak to how that affected you as far as football goes this year?
I mean, football season, it kind of came at a bad time. Like
Yeah,
we was winning
yeah,
and
yeah. I was just gelling. Yeah,
we was winning everything, and then it's like,
yeah,
bam, the hurricane came, and
yeah,
it's like we couldn't be the student, like the kids, our classmates and stuff at school, like we was feeding off their energy. Like
yeah,
our school was like the the place to be. Like we was winning, football team winning, everything happened in the band,
yeah,
had pep rallies, and it's like, bam, hurricane came, kind of threw everything off because it's like I was I was doing all day was sitting at home all day, then getting up going to practice. Like it was fun, like when you think about it, because
yeah,
like that's what we go do in college, like go to
yeah,
class, sit around. But then it was like, dang, the school part, like we had like a routine, like we worked out every day. They threw that off, like it threw off the coaches, messed up practice times. Like our
yeah.
normal routines had to change.
Mm-hmm.
While every other school is like still living a
Yeah,
normal life.
yeah, yeah. And and I use the example of my 10th grade year. We had I think it was a hurricane. I forgot which hurricane it was, but it was a hurricane. We was out for maybe like 2 weeks. It didn't affect the school, but we were out for 2 weeks, and I was a sophomore, so to be honest with you, I really didn't care because I was like, whatever, I'll be back here next year and then a year after that. But I never really took it from the perspective of a graduating senior, and then coming off of I think at the time you guys was 4-0, right? At
Yeah,
that time.
yeah, sir.
Yeah, and you guys were, I mean, and I was there. I watched it, and I seen it, and then you have to come back, and half of your school is missing almost. You know what I mean? Like the freshman is no longer there. Is and don't get me wrong. The school district did the best that they could with the hand that they was dealt, but because there was no right or wrong way to handle that, you just kind of had to handle it, and and I will say I kind of felt for you guys because I know for a fact you guys went out there and you gave it your all, but it's you know you know it's just you got big 18-wheeler trucks parked in the front. It's a different vibe when you go to school versus when the beginning of the year. So I do feel for you guys. And then so now we fast forward a bit, and here we are again. You guys, you're just getting your baseball season off the ground because you're also a baseball player as well. You're just getting your baseball season. How many games you guys played so far? Do you know?
I think 12 or
Yeah,
11.
yeah. So you're right in the swing of things with baseball, and then here we are again. You're out to April 3rd, and so speak to how does that impact you as far as your senior year of baseball?
I mean, like really, like last year, our first year as a baseball, like
Right.
having a baseball team, like we won one game. This year, like we had new coaches last year, but this year we ended up getting another new coach, and it was like he came in like we had played in district last year, and our team this year we was like we was young, like real. We had like three seniors, but we was young. I mean, like he brought us together, and like we played like we got some help, and then we went to the games like he had confidence in us, and like we just got off his energy. We was winning games, I think 4-6, and then when we found out that we was getting out of school, they canceled. We was at a tournament when we found out. They
Dang.
canceled. They canceled. They was like, y'all. It's like our coach said we playing the rest of this game. Then we done with this tournament, and it was like the week before district. So
Yeah.
like me being a senior, like it's like, you mean like you
Yeah.
canceling it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For how long? Like how long we not playing? It's
Mm.
like 2 weeks, and then we finished playing. We get on the bus. It's like you see everybody else know. You check social media and stuff. I'm on Twitter. Like they say no plan, season suspended, and I'm like, dang, I'm finna start district. Like
Yeah.
one of my goals is be like my senior year be first team all district. I can't. So that was like not happening. Then some of my other senior classmates that had schools come and recruit them this
Yeah.
year, like for their senior year, that can't happen. It's like they kind of threw a lot of people off. Like they was counting on this year to like they found a chance to go to college for baseball or
Mhm.
not. They're kind of throwing it off.
Yeah. And speaking to that, let's just say for example, you're the head of UIL as far as baseball go. How would going forward when you guys go back to school, how would you handle, playing out the remainder of the season? Would you do it as, just play all the games or skip a few games or like how would you handle that going forward?
I already like make the schedule like how
Yeah.
colleges play their schedules like 2 games in one day,
Yeah.
like at different times. Cause like just get it like try to get a game in any chance you can get like or play on a Friday, play 2 games on a Friday or a game on Friday, and then play 2 other games on like just switch the whole like give some teams a bye week like while this team playing,
Mhm.
other team can be waiting to
Yeah.
play one of them teams to get their district games in, because there's already left like the district game.
Yeah. Yeah. So you basically would let's just finish our district and then go from there.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And and man and I'll say, uh I 100% agree that something should be done, that I don't ever want them to, I don't ever want it to be a thought for them to be like, hey, let's just cancel it, whatever. Because like you say, there's a lot of people that has a lot riding on, hey, this is my last chance. I have to get somebody, a JUCO something. So I 100% agree with you. Let you guys finish it out, uh, play out your district however they see fit, and kind of go from there. And but something that I did wanted to say to you, man, I did want to say publicly congratulations to you, man, on signing. Um,
thanks.
and I know for you it's like one of those things like, hey, I signed for baseball, so I kind of want to show them what they're getting, and now you're kind of going through this, so I did want to say I feel for you, man, and like I say, man, I hope they make the right decision. I hope they let you guys finish, because especially if you guys go back April, hey man, let's finish these games out first 2-3 weeks of April, and then the last week of April, we can start playoffs. But you know, you just can't cancel it. Like because you have too many people riding on. This is not the NBA where kids y'all already getting paid millions of dollars. These are people that's trying to get the next 4 years of their life paid for. So I agree with you, man. However they just get creative. They've done it before. Get creative and let's make something happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. So yeah, but I appreciate you for joining me, man. And like I say, whenever they decide on what it is, I'm gonna be there. Just let me know.
yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
All right,
All right,
thank you.
no problem. Senior year itself is probably one of the most craziest years of your life. Dealing with, trying to graduate, you got to deal with invitations, senior package, prom, all this craziness, and then to add on top of everything that you guys has been through,
Yes, sir.
and let's rewind back a little bit. You know, your last year of football. You 4 weeks in, you guys have four opponents, you knock them all down, you 4-0, and then here we are. You're out of school because Hurricane Imelda. So could you speak to how that guys how the hurricane affected you guys this year?
Oh man, it affected us cold. Like you said, we started off 4-0.
Yeah,
Every Friday we
yeah,
winning.
yeah,
Most of our teammates never won 4 games in
yeah,
a row, and it
yeah,
just felt amazing at the time. But man, when that storm came, man, it just took our souls away.
yeah,
And then we had Westbrook,
yeah,
that following, week. And man, we wanted to win, man. We wanted to show Beaumont who we really were. So and then after we lost that game, man, we just went down the road. We was out of school. We weren't on the same program.
yeah,
Like things changed with us.
yeah,
All we did was have school workouts and practice, then go
yeah,
home.
yeah,
That's it. So
yeah. And so that week before Westbrook, how were the practices? Like, was it morning practices? Or like how did y'all do practices during that week?
we we had afternoon practices. Like we had to report to the field house at 3. And,
Yeah,
hey, if you late, man, that should tell.
yeah,
But yeah, man, we had evening practice. Daily routine. We get in and get out.
yeah.
So yeah,
And it's
so
so it's no school, but
no school.
man, it's
We just man,
it's
we had the whole day to ourselves, and then just all of a sudden, let's go to practice. I
yeah,
just felt like all we did was play football, like
yeah,
Pop Warner, like NFL, like
yeah.
that's how it was.
And like I've said multiple times, my 10th grade year, we were out for a couple weeks because of a hurricane. I forgot which hurricane it was, but we was out for a couple weeks. And
Mhm.
like I said, I was a sophomore. I didn't care. I was like, whatever. I'll be back next year, and I got another year after that, so I didn't care. But looking at it from the aspect of at the time, uncommitted senior, and what you want to go out every week. You want, like you say, you want to follow this routine because with this routine, I'm trying to get the next 4 years of my life paid for.
Right.
Could you speak to it from that aspect of being somebody that, hey, I'm trying to get a scholarship now, and then here we go with another wrench in my plan.
Oh man, it's hard, like I said, man, when you start on the winning team,
Yeah.
man, scouts get to looking at that.
Mhm.
You're on a good roll. Everything. Your name started to get out there more.
Mhm.
And man, but when the storm come, like when the storm came, actually, it just took everything away. Like now you wondering like, wow, what now? Like
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to do now? It just make you think like what now? But that's why it's good to have your brothers around, your
Yeah.
teammates, good coaches, man, just telling you positive things. Keep God first, and
Mhm.
everything will fall out at the end. And hey, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what. Yes, sir.
And yeah, man, and like I say, I did want to congratulate you, man, because not only did you stay the course, but you ended up, get a D1 scholarship, and now here
Yes,
you are,
sir.
your next 4 years, you're gonna be at Lamar, and
Yes, sir.
and like I say, man, Lamar's been a team that's been turning it around, and I believe with the class that you guys have. With the new coach, and he did the best he could with the time he
Thanks.
had, and
Oh, yes, sir.
and I can't wait to see you give him a full year, and with a full year with you guys
Yes,
to
sir.
go along with the guys he already have. Man, in my opinion, Lamar gonna be, a team to reckon with. So
Yes, sir.
I did want to congratulate you on that, man, because
Thank you, sir.
that's a huge accomplishment, man, because I know, man.
Neighborhood hero.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yes,
absolutely,
sir.
and I bet you another person happy is your mama because she ain't got to pay. They gonna pay for your next 4 years, so
Yes,
man,
sir.
take advantage of it, man, and lastly, man, I did want to tell you, man. Uh, I don't know if you realized it or not, but the very first highlight that I posted this year was from you guys' scrimmage when when you took somebody's head off, and and me just posting that video, like I
Yeah.
just posted it. I was like,
Yes, sir.
somebody will see it, and the next thing I know, the numbers that video did, I was like, okay, so I know what they want to see, and then
For sure.
it kind of let me know, like, okay, no, he's serious. I
Yes,
can tell
sir.
he's serious, and
Oh man.
I do have the old footage, and I'm gonna try to get as many of the games out as I can, but something I noticed while looking at the footage, man, if you wasn't in on the play, you was congratulating the person, that did the
Oh,
play.
for
So
sure.
man,
Yes, sir.
like I say, man, you take that same mentality, that same dog mentality you got, man, to the next level, and I
Yes,
guarantee
sir.
you, it'll pay off.
Respect.
And the last thing I have for you, man, with Coach Lewis retiring, man, if you could, look him in his eyes and tell him anything, what would you tell him?
Man, first thing I would say, man, is thank you. You know, man, that man changed. You know, he changed when Coach Taylor died. He just replaced Coach Taylor. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Coach Taylor, he been there since I was a freshman. You know,
yeah,
eighth grade, really,
yeah,
man. And he was like a father figure to me.
yeah,
You know, when Coach Taylor left, Coach Lewis, he filled that spot in. And Coach Lewis, man, he talked to me. You know, he talked to me like I'm his son. You
yeah.
know, but like I said, I would just tell him thank you. You know, for
Absolutely,
everything he did. You know, for the past 2 years of my life. You know,
absolutely,
he's
absolutely,
a legend.
man.
Legend.
Yeah, absolutely, man, and he's
Yes, sir.
been around. He's been around the block.
Oh,
He was a coach of mine. And
yeah,
so
he
when
told me
so
some
when they
stories, man.
yeah, so when they picked him, I was like, okay, I see what's going on. And yeah,
Yes,
man,
sir.
I like to tell him, man, congratulations, man. You was deemed with the task of, hey, this school never existed before. Now this
Facts.
football team never existed before. I want you to be the guy that can get it off the ground. So and he
Yes,
did.
sir. Yes, sir.
And like I say, you guys are on the ball. And a Hurricane, man, you go to school one day, and then the next time you go to school, half of the school gone. The freshman
Facts.
is gone. It's one of those things
Different.
that it's a whole different vibe when you go to school. You see all these
Yes,
construction
sir.
workers, and man, you feel like you're in a construction zone, let alone a school. So,
Man, it's
and
crazy.
I tell people all the time, the school district did the best that they could, with the hand that they was given,
Yes, sir.
and I commend them for that. So, man, and like I say, I want to tell you face to face, man, congratulations on everything, man, and
Thank you,
after
sir.
all this crap clear up, man, I need you to come sit down with me, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man,
For
I
sure.
appreciate you for joining me.
All right.
All right,
You
brother.
have a blessing.
You too.
Yes, sir.